The Knicks postgame show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. So the Knicks go 0-2 in Los Angeles. After losing to the Lakers yesterday afternoon, they go down tonight to the Clippers. Final count 126-118. Hi, everyone. I'm Bill Pidto here in Los Angeles. And Mike and Monica talked about it during the game. Every single time the Knicks got within 5, Clippers would hit a 3. Knicks get within 6, Clippers hit a 3. Knicks got so close so many times, but just could not climb the mountain fully to come back from a deficit that was 15 points in the third quarter. And turnovers were huge. Clipper mascot says hello, by the way. Turnover is huge, as the Knicks commit 20 turnovers. 21 is a season high. That led to 24 Clippers points. So 20 Knicks turnovers leads to 24 Clippers points, and the Clippers only committed 8 turnovers. That was the thing that really jumps off the final stats page. And also, the Clippers, a team that only averages 12 made threes per game. They made 18 tonight. And, of course, they have Kawhi Leonard, who is healthy and playing the best basketball of his entire career. He came into this game averaging 27.9 points per game. That's a career high. Tonight he went for 29. He had 21 of those in the first half. He had 14 in the second quarter alone. He was efficient as always. Got some work done on the boards, had 8 rebounds, had 7 assists. They run the offense oftentimes through him, and he's deadly in the mid-range. I should say 7 rebounds, 8 assists. And he was just too much, especially in the first half. And the turnovers prevented the Knicks from coming all the way back from that 15-point deficit. They could never get the big stop when they needed it. And Kawhi Leonard was his dominant self. So Knicks go down 126-118. I mentioned the three-point shooting. Knicks only 14 of 40, while the Clippers go 18 of 39. Free throws, because that was a factor yesterday when the Lakers committed, I should say, attempted 30 free throws. Tonight, the Clippers attempted 26 free throws. You know, Mike Brown's not going to be happy about that. But, again, the turnovers leap right off the page. 20 turnovers leading to 24 Clippers points as we now check in with Mike and Monica, guys.
All right, Bill, thank you. Again, first give some credit to the Clippers. Clutch plays. Leonard just he's a magnificent player. But there are a couple of different things, Monica, that's coming into play. You look at the difference in the way they played, the intensity and the energy against Denver to start the game, start to finish, and the last 2 games. It's noticeable.
Yeah, and I think one of the ways in which you notice it, and Pidto teed it up perfectly, is the turnovers, the sloppy turnovers, trying to lead guys on cut and them not connecting in terms of passing the basketball. There's not much room for error when you are playing that sloppy. And so I think the three-point shooting is something that we will point to. The turnovers, obviously, is something that we will point to. But the good news is the road trip marches on and you have an opportunity to bounce back.
And those 2 areas for the season, Knicks have been one of the best teams in the league in terms of committing turnovers, one of the best teams in the league in three-point percentage. Right now in a little bit of a funk. Now, you want to take one positive. Karl Anthony Towns, from the opening tip, was so aggressive, and even after suffering what appeared to be some kind of knee issue, he just attacked and attacked all game long.
Yeah, it was great to see him have a big 35-point performance in this one. I thought he did a great job of finding the soft spots in this defense, right? And that a lot of times had to do with when he had a full head of steam or could get a first step on his defender. Doing a great job of cutting to the rim. He did a great job of finishing at the rim. He scored in a variety of ways, both from the three-point line, a little bit of the mid-range as well. I mean, truly, tonight, Mike, you could almost say that if you kept running through him, it wasn't so much about this team struggling offensively, even though the turnovers were sloppy. It was their inability to get stopped on the other side of the floor, because this was a magnificent performance from Karl Anthony Towns for sure.
So Towns playing, again, an excellent game in a loss. And, you know, speaking of those who have struggled, Bill Pidto has struggled as well recently, but he had a terrific performance on the pregame, halftime, and so far has been excellent on the postgame. Bill, back to you.
Going to buy me dinner in Utah? Or, I mean, I think I deserve it after tonight, no?
We'll see.
You got to make, if Mike Breen invites you to dinner, you got to go. I'm just waiting for that text, and I haven't gotten it yet. So see you guys soon. And the Knicks go down tonight, 126-118. Much more to come here on the postgame show when we come back from Los Angeles. Right after this, Knicks in Utah Wednesday, and then wrap up the road trip at Indiana on Friday.
The Knicks postgame show is presented by Audi. Visit your Tri-State Audi dealer today.
We continue on the Tri-State Audi Knicks postgame show as the Clippers tonight beat the Knicks 126-118. And we talked about it with Mike and Monica. We talked about it when we opened the postgame show. So many times the Knicks had a chance to get within 5, to get within 6. And when you take a look at the sequence here, they're down 5 late in the fourth quarter, a chance to get closer than 5, but one of the 20 turnovers results in a 3-point play for Ben Mathurin. Clippers went up by 8, and that was a key sequence in the game. The 20 turnovers leading to 24 Clippers points, and none more critical than the 3-point play there from Mathurin off the Brunson turnover. So you put it all together, the Knicks are losers tonight here in Los Angeles after losing yesterday against the Clippers, and themes continue with the turnovers, 19 yesterday, 20 today, and also the opponent foul shooting. 30 free throw attempts yesterday for the Lakers, 26 today for the Clippers. So these are things that Mike Brown is obviously going to try to address going forward here as we take a look at the Audi MSG 150 finals from around the league. So the Cavs beat the 76ers. That means, like the Knicks, the Cavs have 25 losses. So that's something to watch here as we head down the stretch. The Nets beat the Grizzlies 126-115. SGA for the Thunder beat Denver at the buzzer with a 3. 35 points for him. He's now got 126 straight games with at least 20 points. That ties the all-time record set by Wilt Chamberlain. Knicks will be at Utah Wednesday, pregame at 8:30, game at 9. And Utah tonight at home beat Golden State 119-116. We're standing by for Mike Brown's post-game comments. We'll get you those as the captain and the coach unable to win tonight in Los Angeles. Welcome back, everyone, as the Knicks lose tonight to the Clippers 126-118. We told you during the 150 that the Cavs won tonight over the Philadelphia 76ers. So you take a look at the standings right now in the Eastern Conference. The Knicks now have 25 losses. The Cavs have 25 losses. Knicks are now 41-25. So both teams are tied in the loss column. And we've talked about the fact that if you're a Knick fan or a Knick player, you want to try to finish in the top 3, because if you finish 4th and Detroit ends up finishing 1st, you would likely play the Pistons in the second round and not the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, Jason Tatum is back for Boston, so the Celtics are within striking distance of the Pistons, and obviously things have changed when it comes to discussing the Celtics because Jason Tatum is back from that torn Achilles and so far has played really well after a 10-month layoff. Ben Mathurin was acquired by the Clippers from the Pacers around the trade deadline for Ivica Zubac. And Mathurin, we know, can score. And he came into this game in 11 contests with the Clippers, averaging 18 per game. And tonight he went for 28. He was all over the court, not shy to shoot the ball, but very effective tonight inside and hit a couple of big threes from the perimeter as well. As you see, very effective in the transition game. So you had the 29 from Leonard and 28 from Mathurin, and we just told you moments ago this 3 in transition was a key sequence in the game. Meantime, for the Knicks, we talked about Cat. Cat was fantastic tonight. His first 30-point game since late December. He went for 35, was really efficient. 13 of 17 from the floor. Jalen Brunson tonight shot better than he has in the last handful of games and scored 28. And OG Anunoby went for 22. The Knicks had been 16-3 when Anunoby scores at least 20 points, but he got 22 tonight, and the Knicks lost. Jalen Brunson came into this game only 16 for his last 50, but he was much better tonight, 12 of 23, along with 8 assists. He had the 7 turnovers yesterday, committed only 3 tonight, and Brunson was on his game with the 28 points. Problem for the Knicks, they only got 14 points off the bench. Shamet had 9, Diawara had 5, and that was it. Also another off night from Mikal Bridges as you continue to watch Brunson. Bridges didn't score yesterday against the Lakers, and tonight went for only 7 points. But Brunson did do his part with 28 points, snapping out of the shooting slump that had plagued him in his previous last 3 games. We're going to hear from Knicks coach Mike Brown coming up, so stay with us here on the Tri-State Audi postgame show.
The Knicks postgame show is presented by Audi. Visit your Tri-State Audi dealer today.
We continue now from the Corner 3, presented by Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer. So next up for the Knicks are at Utah on Wednesday. We have the pregame for you here at 8:30 with the game at 9. And then the Knicks wrap up the road trip at Indiana on Friday. Time now to listen into Mike Brown's postgame comments, as always, presented by Chase.
To start the game, we couldn't hit the side of a barn. I thought we had a handful of really good looks, especially from the three-point line. And even from the right people, but the ball didn't go in. The biggest difference in the basketball game was our turnovers. That fueled their break. But again, we had 18 or 19 turnovers last night. We had 20 tonight, and for 24 points, and they outscored us by 14 points and just in that area alone. So I like their fight. I like the way that we played in the second half for the most part. We just got to find a way to take care of the basketball.
How much of an issue is that, especially since you talked about it?
We've been, the crazy part about it, we've been pretty good in that area. And yesterday we weren't, and today we weren't. And so, it's one of those things that we're going to keep talking about. We're going to keep showing it, and we'll see how it goes forward. I don't want to overreact to the two games, but on the road against good teams, it impacted the outcome of both games in a very heavy way.
Coaches sometimes talk about plug one hole and another one opens. I know you guys have improved defensively. We've talked about it ad nauseum, but the offense has slipped a little bit. Do you think there's a correlation between the two? Just the type of energy that they're exerting defensively is maybe playing into some of the missed shots that you guys have gotten and the good looks?
I don't think so, because, you just 3 games ago, you look at Denver, I thought we played hard defensively, and we knocked down our open shots, didn't against the Lakers and didn't in the first half tonight.
Coach. The Clippers were really good from the three-point line tonight. Was that a function of a defensive breakdown? Were there shots that you were just willing to give up? Like, I know there's sometimes with certain players you're willing to give up contested shots where you just don't compromise your defense. Were you willing to lose on those terms tonight, or was this something abnormal defensively?
Well, the second half, we started, Kawhi had a big first half, and so we started trying to get the ball out his hands. And the reality of it, Lopez, Jones, Garland, those guys, were caught in rotations, and those guys got decent looks that they knocked down. So they made their open threes or semi-open threes, and we didn't. But Kawhi had it going in that first half, and we had to make an adjustment to try to slow him down.
Coach, talk to us about the physicality of the game and how inspired your team was when the crowd turned to you guys' side in the third quarter.
Yeah, I can't answer on the crowd thing because I wasn't paying attention to it, but the level of physicality during the course of the game for us, it wasn't quite there at the beginning, but it picked up as the game went along. We still have to make sure that we keep showing our chests, showing our hands while leading with our chest and not reaching into the last second. I thought there were 3 times, 2 times for sure, we reached at the last second when we didn't need to reach. They were going to take tough shots, and that sent them to the free throw line. So we just have to make sure we continue not gifting them free throws, but making sure that they earn them.
Thanks, Coach. Jose seems like he's been kind of going through it lately, and today you went with Tyler. What did you see there, and why did you make that decision?
Yeah, I thought, Jose was struggling a little bit, and so, I threw Tyler out there, see if we can get a boost from him, similar to me throwing Jordan out there. And, Tyler didn't get a long time to play because we went back with Jalen to see if we can make a run. But, I said this before, those guys just got to keep themselves ready just in case their number's called, because it can be called at any time.
I know you like
Bench scoring was really impactful with Mathurin off the bench for the Clippers with 28. The Clippers bench scored 37 points, and as I mentioned earlier, the Knicks bench scored only 14. Diawara had 9. I should say Shamet had 9 and Diawara had 5, and that was it. Final count, Clippers beat the Knicks tonight 126-118. We're back with you on the road in Utah on Wednesday night. Knicks and the Jazz. Schedule gets a bit easier here. It's been a very challenging schedule for the Knicks, but Utah, one of the bottom feeders in the Western Conference. Pre-game 8:30, game at 9 on Wednesday. You can also stream our coverage on the Gotham Sports App.
Want more than just a post-game show? Link your eligible TV subscription to stream Knicks games free or subscribe today in the Gotham Sports App. Just go to gothamsports.tv to learn more.